When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. Don't stop. Just look up. Don't stop.
Welcome in, everybody, tonight, September 11th, show 19 of 2024. I want to welcome in. Got Marcus Crawford. We'll have the crew of DroneNation join us. Captain Ray has something to do tonight. He has to pick up his son, I believe, at the airport. I'm not sure if he'll try to join us, but he said he probably wouldn't. But I wasn't aware of that, but he texted me a little while ago. But everything's fine with Captain Ray. So if he can, DeMarco, I hope, will jump on. He's at football practice, I believe, Marcus, but he's going to jump on. And, of course, I do want to say, guys, you know, tonight's anniversary or today's of 9/11, and we'll get into that in a few minutes. I got a few pictures I want to show and stuff that we have. And, of course, I saw Rob Kamada, the firefighter, write something. And you know, I was a firefighter for 7 years. I don't know if that's a firefighter or not, but, hey, it's those guys that gave – well, the guys and women, of course. I'm not – but, you know, it was a tragic day, and a day that I guess we kind of remember, Marcus, where we were that day. And it's kind of one of those things that stick out. And guys, I also want to say, of course, we got a hurricane coming over us, and just probably between 8 and 10 p.m., Hurricane Francine, it looks like we're probably going to be very close to the eye wall. It does look, I say we're going to get some winds between 50 and 70 miles an hour. Rain is pretty serious, just right in the eye wall, but I'm hoping for the best. We're ready to go. We're prepared as we can be. It did come ashore about an hour and a half ago at home in Port Fourchon down there on the coast, and they're bracing. Well, I've been seeing some weather reports from New Orleans channels and stuff, but it looks like all the levee systems are working good. So go ahead, Marcus.
Well, Johnny, when that eye of that thing comes over, can you put the Air 3 up and get some good video?
Well, you know, if you get right in that eye, you probably wouldn't be disturbed too much. You know, that's what they say. Yeah. I mean, I try to talk Captain Joe out of his, and you know, but no, I do. And guys, look, I want to say that the community has been incredible. I've been getting phone calls and texts and emails, and hey, this community, Marcus, is unbelievable, and we've all experienced stuff, and hey, it's been an incredible today and yesterday. And man, you know, people out there, I see so many people. I don't want to start naming names because there were so many people that called, but everything looks good. You know, all you can do is prepare for these storms. And I mean, I've been here all my life. So sometimes you get lucky, and it looks like right now, of course, the subdivision right behind us already. My friend texted me a little while ago, Mike, and he said, man, we already lost power. So I was thinking that, but we do have generators, but I don't know if we would even crank them up tonight, because with the generators are kind of outside, we'd have to get in the rain and stuff. But anyway, we'll see. I'm hoping that it holds steady through the at least through the show. But Marcus, what you got going on? What's happening with the Idaho quadcopter there?
You know, we were in Hawaii a week ago, and man, I have a ton of video. I flew the heck out of that Mini 4 while I was in Hawaii. So I got a ton of editing backed up on me. Then I had a company that sent me one of those sit-down scooters. So I put that together yesterday. I'll be putting together a video on that. And you know, before I get any hate, yeah, I'm going to use a drone to chase that scooter. And yes, it's going to be the Skydio 2. And yes, because Skydio 2 makes the best tracking drone there is. I love my DJI drones, but none of them track like that.
That's till you get to little Neo. I mean,
yeah.
I want to say we do have a giveaway, a couple giveaways. Of course, we'll do a sticker pack end of the night. The hashtag is #DroneNation. We got a special guest popping in, and I do want to, let's see. Wait, let me get him in. DeMarco.
Hey, guys, how you doing?
How you doing, DeMarco? Hey, DeMarco, I'm glad you popped in. Tell us about we are giving this away. DeMarco will send it from Amazon. Of course, USA shipping only. But DeMarco, tell us about this book.
Yes, that is a book that my father-in-law wrote. He actually showed that to us back in June. He's really proud of it. His name is Ron Tavernet. He's an old-time DJ from the Detroit area. He's got a smooth and silky voice. So, but he wrote that book. I don't know. It took him a year, maybe. He's really proud of it. It's about bands and how they got their names. So it's really cool. I would send out a copy to you. So good luck with the
Yeah,
rap. So
yeah, DeMarco, you was telling me about it, and then you said you were going to send me one, and I got it, and you know what? I leave it up on the bar there when I'm drinking my coffee and stuff in the morning. I read, it's pretty interesting how these bands got their names, and I'm sure he did a lot of research, and he even says it. Some of it is fact or fiction. He don't know, but
yeah,
he did what he could to get the best answers, and how the bands got their names.
Yeah, he is proud of it. I'm on page like what is it, 26. So I mean, so you are beating me through it already. So
yeah, but it's pretty interesting. And of course, some of the people, I don't know if I know John Flynn's from Michigan, and he says he worked at a small in Clemens, Michigan in 1978. I was looking, so
1978, man.
Yeah,
Back
when Marcus and I were in high school.
Yeah, we were old. Hell, we were
I was in
graduated.
I was in Pampers at that time.
Yeah, I was driving a milk truck, man. Yeah, that's interesting stuff. Is that Maddox behind you out on the field?
He's out there someplace.
Yeah,
He's out there someplace. So we're just
hey,
warming up for the.
Don't yell at him. Hey, Brian from Waypoint, New England. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. We'll use it, of course, for the channel. We appreciate that so much. Yeah, DeMarco, don't yell at him while you're on camera now.
Oh no, I do. Rough. It's rough though. But no, the boys are doing well. Like we are ready for practice though. So I'm gonna jump off though. But I wanted to say hello with it.
Well, we
chat it, Marcus, Johnny,
DeMarco,
listening.
I've been trying to talk to Johnny. Would you tell him the big move that Uncle Kevin made?
Yes, he bought.
I heard that.
Yes, he got a Z57. I'm not sure the year. Corvette.
I think it's a 23.
23.
Or no, maybe it's 24. Maybe it's a 24. But it was lightly used.
Black vet convertible.
Oh wow.
Yes.
3LT.
Yes.
Man, he went for the gusto.
Yeah.
Well,
anyway, when I was talking to him the other day, DeMarco, he said, "Man, I wish Johnny would get one." And I said, "No, me too. I've been trying to talk him into it."
Yeah, Johnny's. I think my vet days over. I just lived through you guys. That's the best way.
It's not me.
Yeah, well, DeMarco. Hey, you can just tell him to. It'd be yours one day.
Yeah. No. Okay. Got his own kids to do that.
I hear you. All
right, boys. I'm jumping off.
All right. Thank you, DeMarco.
Thank you, DeMarco.
Have a good one. See ya.
Yeah.
Marcus, let's say hello to some people. I'm going to just kind of go backwards here only because I'm going to screw up. Brian from Waypoint, Greg Pittman, Angie, John Flynn, Jerry Bauer. Jerry Bauer jumped on, did I go live? I think I went live one day, and he has a Neo, and he was showing us that. That's pretty neat. James,
everybody's got the Neo but us, Johnny. Everybody.
Yeah, who else? Scotty, Jackrabbit, Hike and Fly, RJ Ariels, Ronnie, God bless America. And Ronnie reached out to me. Gracie is over in Savannah, which Ronnie lives very close to Savannah. So, he said if she needs anything, and she's loving it so far. So, John Olson, Eric Lipinski, Ken Hoffbauer. Ken, I also talked to Ken the other day. But welcome everybody. I don't know if I left you out. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of scrolling back through here, but welcome in tonight. And it'll be a fun show. Just catching up with DroneNation. And Marcus, you guys have been doing that a long time. Of course, I kind of stumbled at Lon Denors in here. Don't say anything bad about Lon.
I say bad stuff about Lon.
Well, I think he ordered the new iPhone. He don't want to let anybody know that, but I think he's got the new iPhone.
Oh wait, did he really?
Yeah.
Seriously?
No,
Man,
I don't think.
Did hell freeze over?
But no, hey, it's y'all show there, Xeno Nation was. I stumbled across it just like I guess everybody else through the years, and y'all been doing that show I guess about 6 years, maybe.
Gosh, I'm trying to think. Yeah, it was all.
It may even be longer than that. Yeah.
Yeah, well, a little bit long. Yeah, 2017. So yeah, about 6, 7 years.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've been
Lon
doing it
says
a long time.
along with assless chaps, he's get the
Too much information there, Lon. That
well,
was a mental picture that we didn't need.
I think he did have a motorcycle at one time, so you know that. But no, the DroneNation crew there on Monday night, you know, it's I you know, Marcus, we all pick on each other, and I tell y'all, and it's all sincere. It's so sincere that y'all show and build a drone with you. I know that was probably two of the shows I stumbled across. I look forward to Monday night and look forward to Tuesday night. Of course, this is before I ever even text something in the chat. Just kind of lurked. We pull. I guess I was pulling a Barkley. I didn't know Barkley back then, but you know, and we getting pounded now with rain. But yeah, it's a fun show. Y'all kind of do the news, kind of do the new stuff, but you keep up with the community, and I think that's what makes y'all show so. You know, Ron does a great job. I know I say it's not it's y'all show, but you know, of course, Ron does the producing, and he has a great time doing it. Ron will be joining us here in a few minutes, I hope. So.
Ron is the heart and soul of DroneNation.
Yeah,
that's the way I would say that.
So, Marcus, where do we stand? I guess let's fast. Well, I say we went backwards. Let's go forward. Like, where are we going to be in a couple years? I mean, it seems like I know you and I talk all the time, or we seem to be fighting. I don't know. Is drones going to be taken away from us, or?
Listen, Johnny, if you would have asked me that question even a year ago, I would have said, you know what, this is a hobby. There's so many of us. We're still going to be doing this one way or another. Yeah, remote ID was one thing, you know, which turned out to be a big nothing that didn't really affect us at all. People were up in arms about that. And I never thought that there would actually be a drone ban. That's a pretty drastic step, right?
Yeah.
The potential DJI drone ban. And of course, that includes Autel. And I don't know this latest bill, if they even included all the other Chinese components and so forth, like the one bill. Regardless, it is going to, if it passes the Senate and gets signed by the president, and it sure sounds like it might, it's a pretty good chance, it's going to drastically change our hobby. So at that point, we can still fly what we got. They can't stop that, but we're not going to get any new technology. And it'd be different if there was a U.S. drone company that was, you know, on their way or was supplying some kind of consumer product, but they're just not. It's non-existent. And almost just, I am not one to be paranoid or to go in for stupid conspiracies or anything. However, it almost makes me wonder if it isn't just a roundabout way to get a bunch of consumer drones out of the air, right?
Yeah, I would agree. You know, Marcus, for a while there, you know, of course, I don't know if we've been talking about drone delivery for years, and I don't know if it'll. I mean, it's happening, but I don't think it'll ever happen like they thought. You know, some companies already kind of pulled out. You know, I think medically, some of that stuff could be, you know, used in the medical industry easily. But, you know, as far as delivering a box from Amazon or UPS and all that, I don't know if that'll ever happen. I mean, it may. Rodney Bell, welcome in. But yeah, it's a kind of strange times. I don't know what I kind of been out of the last couple of days. So did something pass? Did they pass these?
It passed the Senate, or excuse me, the House. So then it goes to the Senate. Johnny, I got something going on downstairs. I got to go down there and check it out.
Okay, go ahead. Absolutely. But no, guys, let's see. Today, of course, remembrance of September 11th. Let me run this real quick. I had pulled up some pictures from that day, and let's see. These are kind of what the 25 most powerful photos from 9/11. So let's. I guess we'll kind of all remember these, but they kind of, some of these photos stick in your mind, and of course, you know, you see the flames there from the towers. I mean, look at those firefighters there. Everybody off the street there looking up. Of course, they didn't know at the time. Of course, look at this. This iconic photo here is, I think it's called the Falling Man. It's one of the images that a photographer captured, and that photo, I think, was on the cover of a lot of magazines. And look at that. And I think we all remember where we were at that day. And I know it's one of those things that stick out in your mind. A couple, and the lights are blinking. Wow, look at that. Incredible. Of course, now I've never been up to New York for the memorial that they have. And I do want to get up there. I know that's be something to see. I think that photo right there says it all.
Says it all, doesn't it?
Yeah. Of course, we remember that. He was at a classroom reading to I think the second grade students there. God, look at that. Jeez.
Just boy, just.
It's almost unbelievable. It's something. I guess I don't know. You just don't think something like that would happen in the U.S. in the States. And God, it's just
hits you right in the pit of your stomach, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's some incredible pictures. And let's see, Eddie. Eddie put up a couple great pictures. I know that he has shot. Let's see. Yeah, right here. And I know, Marcus, I know they liked it, and some of the guys from here from New York, they light this thing up. But what do they do it on just anniversary dates? I see the light.
Boy, I wish I could tell you. I don't know.
Yeah, some of you guys from New York, I know. Man, look at that shot right there! Wow.
Special occasions, yeah, that's something, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep. And Eddie, I know Ray had one of Eddie's pictures printed, and he hangs on the wall. So acrylic, I think he had it made into acrylic. But yeah, it's I think we all remember. I know where I was that day, and of course most people do. And it's something that sticks out in your mind. There's a few. I think Marcus, I guess in our age, of course, I guess we knew when Kennedy was shot, maybe when they landed on the moon. A couple of dates here from hurricanes and stuff, of course. But for me, man, it's amazing how those man. It just seems like that was yesterday, and it's 23 years ago. Wow.
Yeah, there's those kind of things that really impress on you, and that's the other thing I was talking to Bob about earlier. Is it's interesting to know that there are adults now, kids 21, 22, 23 years old, that were born after 9/11.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And so for them, they have no memory of it. It would be like you or I, I know Pearl Harbor had a big effect on my father and his family, and so they had that memory. Well, for you and I, it was something we read about in the history books. And it's the same. Interesting for these kids. It's something that they read about it in the history.
Yeah, like you take my granddaughter Bailey, who was 20, so she, yeah. So that's
all she can do is take Papa's word for it that it was horrible.
It was. I do. Hey, a couple of happy birthdays here. I kind of skipped around. Herman Green. I'm not sure how old Herman is, but he's got a birthday coming up this week. Gary Sullivan and Greg from Harley FPV, and I myself have a birthday coming up Monday, so don't tell anybody. I think I'll catch up to certain people here in the on the stream. I'm not going to mention
other old parts.
Yeah, but it was then about it's a different experience. Yeah, oh, absolutely. To hear about it secondhand, I agree, Lon. It's those are certain dates that it seems like. I don't know how I think people kind of started hearing about it. You got a few phone calls. I don't even remember that morning. We had a TV at the office, at the real estate office, that was about the size of this iPhone. It was just a little, I think it was like a little 8x8 or something that we had hanging on the wall, I mean, back then, not a lot of people, you didn't have TVs, but you know, you got 50 TVs at your house now, but you know, we were watching and trying to watch on a computer and all kind of different stuff back then, you know, and people were, you know, of course, they were saying they were going to be more playing everywhere, and people were just going berserk, you know. So
yeah, you know, when they first, I was getting ready for work, and I had the Today Show on TV, had the TV
right.
going, and you know, they kind of interrupted, and they said, "Well, we had a plane hit the World Trade Center." Well, the first thing I thought of was, okay, some kind of private plane or something that, you know, which is a
Right.
tragedy enough, but had no idea. Then, and even then a few minutes later, they had this live picture of what we now know as the horror of 9/11. And then the second one hit. The other big memory that I have, Johnny, is I can't remember the correspondent's name. He was a guy with NBC, and he was at the Pentagon, and they were doing a live interview because they were talking about, okay, what's the military going to do in this and that, and all of a sudden you just saw this look on his face, and he goes, "Hey, I hate to tell you guys, but," he goes, "something just happened right here. There was a big explosion." Well, that's when that plane hit the Pentagon, and you know, it was live on TV.
Yeah, and then of course, you know, of course, let's remember all of, I mean, Flight 93, United, you know, those guys.
Oh God, that just there's just so many of those tragic.
Yeah, and
stories.
there's a new Netflix documentary on that not long ago, and it's pretty interesting. Of course, you know, you can hear the phone calls, and so many people made phone calls, and so of course got answer machines back then. Almost everybody had answer machines, and you know, to listen to some of that today. But hey, all we can do is move forward. And I saw something a while ago. Try to be the person you were on September the 12th. You know, for the future.
When we all pulled together,
yeah,
we were one country. I don't care whether you were Democrat, Republican, or
absolutely.
Muskrat, whatever you were. We were one. We were one country. Yep.
Yeah. And Rob, yeah, I had it off. Rob said they light that up the week of, and I guess maybe on the anniversaries. So, but yeah, that's pretty amazing. I know that memorial. I know I've been to the Oklahoma City bombing memorial, and that's you know, pretty it's strange to see that stuff, but it's those people that died in that definitely, you know. So, but Marcus, let's move forward. The Neo, where do we stand on this Neo? I know we were talking about the drone ban and stuff. So, did we maybe get punished for not getting the Neo?
I have never heard a good explanation of. I know it has to do with shipping. That's all I know.
Yeah.
But I was telling Bob earlier, I got a little bit of the red ass over the whole thing. You know, I feel like I owe it to the subscribers on my channel to be able to bring them products like that. And I don't care if I get it before or whatever. But in the past, if it's a DJI product, I get it in a couple of days, and then I can start showing it to people and showing them what's going on. And in this case, you know, they keep pushing that date forward. We don't know when we're going to get it. So it is frustrating.
Yeah, you know what's weird? I think just a couple days before that, I think maybe you and I were talking. We saw something about a shipping something. I don't, but I never really.
That Vic Moss commented on it.
Yeah, and I never really saw that again. You know, of course, Lauren, you know, up in Canada, we know that they have them, and I know Paul Murray, that Paul does a show on every day, really, at 8 and 5, and he went up to Canada and picked one up, but he's just not but a few minutes. But yeah, it was kind of weird that you didn't see anything. I know somebody's, Brian saying Vic mentioned something about customs, but I don't know. It's weird, and I don't know why that. I mean, you know, I don't think that DJI punished us. I don't know what, but it is a date, because I know you ordered it on Amazon and it had a September 26th date, I believe it was.
It started out is like September 24th or something like that. And then I got an email from them that said, no, we made a mistake. It's going to be, I don't know, it was like October 3rd or something like that. And then a few days later, or maybe even not even a day later, got another email, and they said, no, it's going to be October 10th. So we have no idea. when it's going to be or how it's going to be or whatever. But
yeah, and I know Lon's in the chat here. Lon always says, I know we got plenty of drones to fly, but I think what it just kind of taking the shine off the drone a little bit, as far as the excitement,
Well, listen, for me, it's not probably a drone that I would normally buy, because I got other stuff back here that I'd rather fly. But I also feel a responsibility to the viewers of my channel, because in particular, those kind of bargain price drones are kind of what I feature on my channel, and then not to be able to get it, well, it's frustrating. That's all I'll leave it about that. Ron may have it. He hasn't really been totally straight with me. I suspect he was out at Lucy earlier today.
Yeah, I saw that he was out.
Yeah, I have the Neo, or I have the Neo's father.
Ron. He was out there at Lucy, and I saw something. He showed his camera. He tried to show Insta360, but he didn't realize that he flashed that Neo or something.
I don't need the Neo. This is as good as a Neo. Because everything a Neo does.
Ron, how you doing, buddy?
Well, doing good. We had a beautiful day down here at the shore, but more importantly, how are you doing, Johnny, with Hurricane
Well, we're doing good. I'm listening. We had a little band come through just now, but everything's hanging tight, and
the lights are still on.
Yeah, the lights are still on, and hey, that's the way these hurricanes work. I mean, a few miles can mean a lot, and we're gonna get some rough weather. It looks between 8 and 10, but it's gonna be okay. I say no big deal, but we'll probably lose power. But hey, we'll just keep on trucking here and see what happens.
Just don't take your Neo out in that hurricane.
Yeah, no lie. I'm gonna try to go ahead.
Put Lon's comment up there, Johnny, because I think it's relevant, because that's the same thought that I had. Okay, I get that maybe if they had some kind of a problem getting the drones into the U.S., that Best Buy or Amazon wouldn't have them. But often DJI is shipping us drones direct from China. Well, how does that stop them from, why can't I just order one from DJI and it gets sent to me? It gets mailed.
That's a great point, Marcus. Many times I've ordered DJI drones, and if you watch tracking, you could see it leave Shenzhen and come all the way through Alaska and come here on its own. It doesn't have to come on a container ship.
Yeah, Lon's comment is about the 6th or 7th one up, Johnny, something like that. From the bottom, anyway, right above the Ron Brown, RJ Aerials, right above RJ.
Thank you, RJ Aerials. How you doing?
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but because the last 2 drone releases was Avata 2 and the Air 3, I think they were right on. I mean, the minute they came out, you got the Avata 2, Marcus, the same day, right?
Yeah, it was. No, that wasn't the Avata 2. I think that was that the Mini 4K. It was one of those, but it was I ordered it in the morning and I had it by the afternoon. Yeah.
But the Air 3 the same way. And it's not like DJI is trying to do a Kickstarter program, making you pre-order, which I mean, that's, we know they don't need that,
I can speak for many in the community. Nobody likes to pre-order.
No, I agree. Yeah.
I mean, raise your hand if you like pre-orders. Nobody likes a pre-order.
Well, I think, if they're up front from the beginning, okay, everybody got a pre-order. Nobody got the drone. I mean, in Canada or anywhere. That was it's kind of strange. And I don't know. I mean, we don't know what is. Lon said he's concerned about the FCC licensing. So,
Johnny, I do one comment. If any drone has to be late or delayed like this, I'm glad it's the Neo rather than the drone I really want, like the Air 3S.
Yeah, and that's we haven't seen a lot lately about that. For a while there, we were getting those kind of say rumored or snippets of pictures and stuff, but we haven't seen a whole lot. We just see the camera a couple weeks ago, I think, but hadn't seen anything since. So
now, if the new isn't approved for FCC, how do all the influencers have it? What would it have to be FCC approved before they could send it to the American?
Yeah, they'd be flying it illegally if it didn't have FCC.
So,
and it wouldn't be hard to find by the FAA, they just turned YouTube on and see who's getting all the views.
So would the drones in Canada have a different frequency or something that they fly? No, no.
Same.
It's like, okay, I got you. I didn't know how that worked. They often get drones before the licenses. Is that what Lon's saying? But I don't think.
Yeah.
You know, I think we know, we all know some influencers, of course, and we know from before, I think that a lot of those guys get them 30 to 45 days, but they did not have this drone near that amount of time, from what I understand.
I know, like Billy, when his first video, he said he only had it about a week.
Yeah, he said a week. So which is, I mean, and that's pretty well crunch time, Marcus. I know you put out a lot of videos and sometimes that would be, hey, you get a drone today, you need to put it, make a video, especially like the kind of videos that they do. I mean, they're doing in-depth and, some of those videos, I know Aldrin's, Aldrin had a video go viral and he was even excited about it, so the Neo is getting a lot of publicity for sure.
And the problem from a viewing standpoint for me, like if I get a new drone, that means the weather's not going to be good for a week. It's either going to be raining, too windy. So I usually can't, when I get something new, I usually can't do anything with it for a while because the weather goes crazy.
Let's see who somebody said on pause they were talking about Sean and had the FCC number of the controller for the Neo on the controller. Of course, they got a new controller, and that's it's kind of strange. I don't think that controller is part of the kit that we can buy, right, Marcus?
We got no controller in our USA kit, which actually, once I digested the whole thing and figured out that I could fly it with the RC2, I don't care.
Yeah, I think they kind of done us a favor there, actually.
I remember according to Lon on Monday night, we're getting the the RC and N3 control with the Air 3S. So we'll have it eventually.
Yeah. Ron and I had a discussion yesterday, Johnny. I may just buy just the $199 kit, the drone and one battery,
Yeah.
And
I think, Marcus, I think, we talk all the time. I know your channel is, and I know we all talk and there's a lot of channels, but your channel, Marcus, continue to grow because of what you do. I think that there's a niche out there for that, that people want to see those new drones, or even though some of them are cheap, and I know they fly, say, different than DJI, but
boy, howdy.
Well, but you know what? Eventually, I don't know when. I know the little Femi 3 flies pretty decent, But
I'll be honest with you, Johnny. If the drone hobby was flying drones like some of those Amazon bargain drones, I'll be honest, I wouldn't be interested in it. It just the whole point is getting good video quality and being able to take good pictures and stuff, and being able to fly it relatively trouble-free. I don't mind jumping through a few hoops, but man, some of these drones, you're spending half your time troubleshooting just trying to get them in the air. So yeah, there's that.
I totally agree with Marcus.
Yeah, and Ron, I know you're a photographer, basically. I mean, you're like a camera in the sky. So you always kind of looked at, and Marcus says the same thing. I mean, I know we love to fly, but you always want to improve the camera. I mean, the flight characteristics are always getting better, and the mode, animated modes and stuff that it does. The batteries are a little better now, but the cameras are actually better too. But I know on the Neo, in video too, the Neo. I mean, listen, I hate to say, I know we talk all the time. We laugh about some people. I'd say they gripe about the video quality on a Mavic Air, Mavic 3, but so this little drone. I mean, what do you really expect for $199? But it can be a lot of fun. I will say that it looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, not getting off topic too, but we talk about how this drone can be popular with vloggers and people like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Guys, well, I'll post this video up on DroneNation. I follow some big blogger in the UK. I just can't remember her name. And she has drones, but her channel is really not about drones. She does more camera stuff. I mean, like, Pocket 3, Action 4, so on like that. And she said she got the Neo and followed her around, and she was showing us she was real happy with the way before break. And then she started looking at the footage on her phone, and she said her heart just sank. That that the footage coming in this drone wasn't good enough for her vlogging channel. So here, a drone that's intended for vloggers, it doesn't take the quality of photos that a vlogger wants or video.
Yeah, I guess, but I think some of those guys they'll be shooting the vertical videos for TikTok and all that stuff, and maybe it's not as important.
I mean, yeah, maybe not like kind of non-pro people or just like small timers. But anybody that has a real following as a vlogger, the video qualities doesn't seem like it's going to be good enough for anybody that's a like a big time vlogging channel.
Yeah, and Ron, I think you were in there. Somebody showed Lauren actually showed a picture. Yeah, and there's something, and I know it's not a drone you probably take a lot of pictures with, but you can take pictures with it. So
yeah. And, I think the vloggers, the people that are mostly vloggers, they'll probably more go towards the new hovers with the better cameras than the Neo.
Yeah. Well, the hovers look pretty interesting. Of course, that's a 00 Robotics. Of course, they had one come out maybe a year and a half ago.
Yeah, at least over a year ago. Yeah.
And what was strange, I know you just they kind of re-released it because some people just put videos of it just a few months ago.
Yeah, sometime in the spring, almost all the big channels got one free. And if they already have one, they get a second one free to do reviews on.
Yeah. So, and I mean, I could see how it could be fun, but I don't know. I'm like you, Ron. When did all of a sudden did we need a selfie drone, or at least 3 or 4 of them?
Especially when our current drones, like our minis or airs, they do all the camera drone stuff too. Now we got to have a controller in our hand to get it going, but they do all the orbits and dronies and all the stuff already. The only advantage you get out of this deal is you don't have to have a controller in your hand.
Right.
So you look more natural in the video.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'll be honest with you. I know. Hey, I was going to send Lauren a message, kind of pick on him. He kind of disappointed me that night because he liked the drone. Out of all the people that I thought might say something about the drone, he really was. He kind of surprised me that. He didn't fly with the goggles But it really looks like it could be fun, and it's not a lot of money. I hate to say. I mean, I know a couple $100, but it's something. I guess if you bought it, and I don't know, maybe you wouldn't really have buyer's remorse if you spent.
Yeah, I mean, here's the key question, Johnny. Lauren liked it, whatever, but in about 6 months now, check in and see how much he's actually flying it in 6 months from now.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we
like the people bought the Tello. I mean, it's been out over 5 years now. But anyway, about the Tello and told you how much fun it was. See how much they were flying 6 months after they got it.
Yeah,
I mean, it probably once this loses new factor, it sits on the shelf forever. And I don't know. Maybe the Neo will wind up in that same bucket. But I told Marcus the other day, Johnny, I said if that darn Air 3S comes out about the same time the Neo is supposed to ship, I'll just cancel that Neo order, because if I got the Air 3S, I don't want to take time away from testing the Air 3S to mess around with that little Neo, especially since by that point there'll be 5 million videos on YouTube on it already. I don't know what I can add that hasn't been said already, and I'd much prefer to mess with what I call a real drone like the Air 3S than like kind of a quasi semi toolish drone or whatever. I understand people want to get it for acro training, and that's all well and good. But I mean, when you source everything out, how big is the market for people that want to learn acro, flying on a little, like kind of toolish drone? I mean, there are people, but I'm saying that's not a gigantic, huge market that's going to make DJI a ton of money.
So Johnny, Ron and I have had a ton of discussions about this little drone, and we've kind of, I think we've parsed it out pretty good. And really, ultimately, the best use of that little drone is truthfully as a selfie drone. That's probably the one that it's going to do better than almost any other drone out there.
Yeah.
But however, I applaud DJI for adding all the extra stuff in the goggles and the motion controller and the FPV RC and the RCN2 and RCN3 and everything you can. There's a ton of ways to fly it, and I think that's good, and it will become a gateway drug for a lot of people. But like Ron said, if I get the thing, there's no reason for me to fly it. I got 10 other things back here that are going to get way better video, that are going to have better battery time, better range, better all that. Now, I understand it's not made for me. It's made for others. However, I want to be able to show it to my audience, which is a whole nother argument. But to Ron's point, when is he going to fly it? If that Air 3S comes out, he doesn't want to be messing around with this little toy. He wants to fly a drone that's going to give him some satisfaction.
Mark, I'm going to call it I want to fly a real drone.
Well,
I'm getting people mad out there, but that's just my honest thoughts.
No, at the price point and everything, I think it's genius on DJI's part. I think it's a great product. It's just not necessarily something like the way Lauren described it Monday night. It's a gateway drug. That's really what it is.
And you got the eco.
If your main goal is just to throw a drone up in the air, again, I've seen people say this without getting controllers out and out doing a whole bunch of things. You just want to get out of your pocket and get up in the air, get a quick shot. It's golden. It's the number one drone out there if that's what you're looking to do.
The problem with that is, Ron, and I totally agree with your statement, but I ran into it when I was in Hawaii. You're so self-conscious about when there's other people around. When I would use that drone to do that kind of thing, there's always people around and stuff like that. So I don't know. It's just one of those things I don't know. If I'm gonna fly a drone when there's other people around, I want to have the controller so that I am 100%
in control.
Of that little flying camera at the time. Yeah.
Now, Johnny, I have to admit, the one thing I think that impresses most about the little Neo is it follows you better than the more expensive drones does, because it doesn't take shortcuts to follow you. It follows your exact path. So if you can get through the trees or the bushes or whatever, it can get through because it's basically following you step by step. So to me, that's the most amazing technology. And Marcus, I think they should incorporate into their more expensive drones too. At least give you the option of using that type of tracking rather than the tracking where it's
the optical.
If you're a mountain biker or something like that, that'd be perfect. You're making your 5-minute run down a hill or something like that. That would be perfect. Hey, RJ's Ariels makes a good point and Ron and I said the same thing, that, price wise, if what you really want to fly is FPV, you could buy that little Neo, but then by the time you buy the goggles and the controller and all that, you're as much into it as you would be if you bought the OG Avata and you got the whole kit, right?
Yeah, Johnny, we worked the money out. So say you bought the battery combo for the Neo, that's $289. Okay, I think the goggles, it only works with the goggles 3 and then right now. I mean, tomorrow maybe work with it, but right now it only works with the goggles 3. They're $400. So now you're up to almost $700. Now if you want to fly Acro, now you're throwing the FPV controller in there. That's another $200. So now you're sitting at $900, Johnny, to just to fly the Neo if you don't already have all that gear in the first place.
And the Neo is a drone that's going to fly for 10 minutes at the max.
Especially if you're a manual and you're pushing it hard all the time.
Yeah, right.
I think you definitely be better to get the Avata 2 and then work your way. I say buy like Lamar said, just buy the Neo just to have fun with, and But
that's why I'm telling you, I'm leaning to that $199 kit, and you might find some use for it then.
And like Jerry makes a good point that and I think with everybody, we have the ecosystem, we have all the stuff needed to fly it. So for us, it's it's just an addition to the fleet. And I like Morgan says, I know we all say we buy the newest, but we also like the newest technology. And I kind of would like to see that firsthand,
And that's it. That's, I'm a techno geek. I love that stuff. And that's why I will buy that drone.
Marcus, you stepped away. I don't know if you heard me, but Lauren let me down that night because out of all the people in the world, I thought he would hate the Neo. You know what I mean?
But he appreciated.
He did. He really did.
I mean, Marcus and I think a little bit different than a lot of people, even though we have the Avata 2 and we fly FPV, not manual FPV. But I mean, I struggle to fly my Avata 2 once a month. I don't really need more drones flying FPV because I don't even fly that much with the one I have. That's the best one. The Avata 2 is the best FPV drone I'll ever own, unless the Avata 3 comes out. But I may never get the Avata 2 so good. I may never get another Avata. That drone Avata 2 is terrific for flying FPV.
Guess who just lost their power, Ron?
So I guess we go another 16 minutes on our own.
No, I got it.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
That's this stupid mouse for some reason.
Oh, I thought for sure you lost power.
No, we good. The lights did blink a while ago, but no,
I thought Hurricane Fran, she was going to co-host the rest of the show with us.
No, hey guys, I do want to say hashtag DroneNation. We got the book that DeMarco Moore's father-in-law wrote. He's going to send you one of these.
Am I legal to enter that?
Absolutely.
Oh man, I'm putting it in right now.
Yeah, hashtag DroneNation, and then we got a really great sticker pack, and I'll throw in a coaster from the South Florida Drone Meetup, so we'll get that out to you.
Oh wow, a lot of goodies tonight.
Yeah, so we'd love to give that away. But Ron, you wasn't in here yet. I do want to, Marcus. I do want to thank you so much for your show, DroneNation. I know it's very popular, and tell us a little bit about how your channel's changed through the years, and is DroneNation going to stay the same? Y'all kind of do the news. You kind of keep us up to date on stuff. So, any changes for DroneNation, or are you keeping it just about like it is?
I mean, I don't see any big change. Do you see any big changes, Marcus? I don't see any big changes.
I'll tell you. I was telling him earlier, Ron, that Ron Brown is the heart and soul of DroneNation, and I think it is a reflection of Ron's passion for drones, technology, and cameras. Ron is a camera centered guy, and what do iPhones and action cameras and drones have in common? They're all camera related and technology related, and it's just an honor to hang out with Ron Brown once a week. I'll just say that.
Thank you, Marcus, and thank you, Randy, for your comment. And
Ron,
I couldn't do the show without my compadres, Marcus and DeMarco either. Wouldn't be the same show without those guys. And my only goal, I say this every year, Marcus, is I just want to get more guests on that we haven't had on before. My goal is to keep getting people, new people in the show as a guest. Give everybody a voice.
I agree, Ron. People, you know what, our show, and I mean, y'all show too, our show is always about the viewers. And, I say we're the same group, but, there are also, there's a new D Lee, Mr. Lee, welcome in. If you're new, I'll make you a moderator. But, there are some people that come into the chat new, and we want that. We want new people. And, I think it's very important to recognize those people. And we have a great time,
What I just see, he just joined just now. When are we going to have Kai on the show?
Kai, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to work. We'll have to line. Kai's a big time star, Marcus. I don't know, if we can afford.
Yeah, if we can afford it. Yeah, we might not be able to afford it. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I'll have to talk to his agent.
Kai does, in this, the drone guide, we laugh. There's a ton of shows to pick from, and we appreciate you watching. And all these are pretty well drone shows.
Johnny, are there as many shows as there used to be?
There's a few that came off. I mean, there's a few that's not doing shows anymore. A few shuffling around, but for the most part, I know we cut our show to every other week. But
the mystery to me, Johnny, is what happened to Tammy Jean? Remember, she was on every Thursday night. She just went away.
Yeah, nobody's heard from, I think, Tammy and Max in quite a while. So
does anybody, if anybody in the chat knows, I'm curious, because she was you counted on her on that Thursday night show, particularly on the nights that
that Ken Herndon
other show wasn't on. Yeah.
Al Duran, he sold his house and doing some stuff. He's gonna maybe try to get back in. So
Johnny, I've talked about this off the air before. I mean, I know it sounds, I don't know, like we're big stars for me to say this, whatever, but it does get to be a grind after a while. I understand why Johnny cut back to once a week. It does get to be a little bit of grind, especially when you go long periods without anything exciting news.
Brandy, thank you for that.
News, that usually means new products or new software or something like that. So when you go through months and months of nothing new happening, it does get to be a little bit of a grind.
Hey, Mad Prop Media, if you knew Johnny like Ron and I know Johnny, I'm not sure you'd say that, but yeah.
Hey, you know what? It is an incredible community, though. I know we talk about it all the time, and you know, I think we've all experienced heartache and joy and everything from hurricanes to tornadoes to floods to fires to a house being hit. You know, and we're all there for each other. And this community, you know, it's not about just the drones. I know we had the drone meetups, and there's a lot of meetups now, but you go for being with your friends, not so much the drones are like secondhand. You know, if you fly, that's great. And if you don't, I mean, we fly all the time. So
I agree with you. Hey, I just want to point out Gary Brad Ariels. He's saying that his In Touch show will be back on tomorrow.
Oh yeah, because he was doing it every other week, I believe, right, Gary?
Right.
So,
what is he in touch with?
Jim Beauchard. He's in touch with Beauchard.
Okay.
Beauchard, yeah.
So both of them will be back.
Yeah.
Well, those guys are great guys. I love hanging out with them at the South Florida Drone Meetup. Incredible men. Get over there and support those guys on their show tomorrow. I'll try to remember to drop in too and show them a little love. So great guys.
Yeah. Well, the community is great, and it's a fun time. I know I look forward to it, and you know, and Marcus, I know we talk all the time. Ron, we talk, and you know, we didn't know each other, I guess, well, 4 or 5 years ago, and now, I mean, I'm closer to you guys than some of my friends here in Hammond. I mean,
I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah. And I mean, I got some great friends I grew up with. I just don't see them, and we just don't talk. I mean, I don't say that, you know, we're not friends, but I don't say we don't have stuff in common. We do, but you know, the drones have brought us all together, and it is a great community, you know.
Yeah.
So, Johnny, have you got a remote ID module for that
Beeline?
No, I do not.
Yeah.
But
they're getting cheaper. So these guys sent me this for review. That's
okay,
who. Cool. When I heard that noise downstairs a few minutes ago, Johnny, when I disappeared, I mean, that guy must have really banged on the door, because I mean, it sounded like something. You know, I'm going, what the
breaking
heck?
in, home invasion.
It was just this. This is what showed up.
Good deal. Hey guys, get your hashtag in. Get your hashtag in. We'll pull for this in a few minutes. This is a book that DeMarco Moore's father-in-law wrote. So it is available on Amazon. So you can order it. But hey, DeMarco's going to send the winning person one. So hey, yeah, we've got a great sticker pack. So
now we should write a book.
We should write a book. I don't know about
DroneNation Live.
Yeah, how the as the props turn, maybe something like that.
Yeah. Well, then we're not making a soap opera here, Johnny. We're writing a book. Yeah, how about a Midsummer's Night Drone Tale or something like that? You gotta have a classy book title.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what?
To drone or not to drone?
There you go.
The drone or not?
We got to class this up here.
Well, hey, you know, the way this band thing going on, Ron, we might have to write a book and give up flying. You know, so
could you get banned for writing a book about drone flying, Johnny?
No, I don't think. I think you'd be okay.
You actually have to do it, right? You just talking about it's not going to get you.
Hey, has Herman been in here the whole time?
Herman, I just saw Herman.
Yeah,
welcome in. And Herman,
what do they call that when somebody's in and you don't see him lurking? Is that what you do? You lurk?
Well, the point of it is it's his birthday, so Johnny was just
Herman's birthday's today.
Herman does have a birthday. I think I'm not sure. I think it was I'm just remembering, like maybe the 19th. I think it is. I don't know. I see him on Facebook and I post them, and so I try to.
You got time to bake him a cake on, Johnny.
Yeah. But no, Ron. Hey, I want to thank y'all, of course, for what y'all do on DroneNation, and of course, I know you're on. On after this show, you'll be on with Bill tonight, right?
And Gary. Gary, the FPV guy's coming back tonight. So if you want to talk some FPV, and Gary's even getting the Nano to fly FPV. So if you're into Nano and FPV flying, tune in to see Gary.
So that's going to be Ron's third show in one day. Third show.
Johnny, what's the record? What's the record for most drone shows in one day?
Man, I don't know. I guess probably if we did a special DroneNation on a drone coming out, then maybe it was on that night. And I don't know.
Hey, Herman is saying it's his 19th birthday.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but
or his birthday was on the 19th.
He's got I think it's coming up on the 19th. Yeah. Well, mine's coming up. My 50th.
He's a young man in this game.
Ron's fourth show this week. Randy says.
I built a drone viewer last night.
What's up?
But I'm done after Bill Thomas. I'm done.
No shows, Ron. We were gonna do a late show tonight.
Show. I'm dropping the mic. I'm done.
Sammy Burns, welcome in. Well, hey, if I still got power, I think we want to do an after-hours show.
Or maybe Bill will do a special Wednesday night hanger talk.
Yeah, there you go.
Bill Ronayne.
Let's see. As of Ron's contract, he won't be appearing for the first 30 minutes. Oh, okay.
Yeah, my agent's very good with those contracts.
No, hey, you know what? This drone community is fun. The shows are fun, and you guys, we do talk all the time, and I think that people really do look forward, of course, to DroneNation, and that show is I would say one of the most popular shows on the internet there. So
thank you, Johnny. That
Johnny, that $5 is coming.
Well, hey, you know what? No, I'm being sincere as possible. Like I said, I stumbled across DroneNation back then, and I think man, I really did. I was like, man, I couldn't wait for Monday and Tuesday night. I used to watch Bill, and of course, Coast to Coast drones. I run across Bill early too. That drone that's been on a while.
Bill's like I think probably the oldest show that's still running.
I think he's the OG. Yeah, he's the OG.
Yeah, if anybody was before him, they're not doing a show anymore.
Yeah, and you know what though? I think like you said, I mean, sometimes it's you do want new people and stuff, but you know what? I think people look forward to y'all's view on the news, and there's always new products coming out, and the drones are just one part of it. Sometimes that's the most easiest part. You got to film something, and then you're like, well, what am I going to do? What kind of music am I going to put to this, and how am I going to present it on YouTube? So the drone flying,
an audio with my B-roll.
Yeah, and Ron, I know you've been doing some, I would say, talking head type stuff, so that's fun. That's a little different.
You mean Ron Talks?
Yeah, Ron Talks. Yeah, that Ron Talks. But
I have to do a Ron Talks with Neo because there is no Neo that have there is no Neo that hold or show whatever. All you can do is talk about that little drone.
All right, guys, I'm gonna put this the light.
Yeah, they said they want you to get the contest going, Johnny.
Well, I'm gonna share it right here. We got 26 entries. I'm gonna give a few minutes. We will draw for the book first. This will be coming from Mr. DeMarco Moore. I guess it'll come from, I'm not sure if he sent it from his house or Amazon, but anyway, he's, now he didn't autograph mine, Ron, but I think DeMarco said something about maybe getting one autograph. So, hey.
Okay. But that'll drive the price up.
26 hashtag DroneNation. So we got 27 entries. Hey, yeah, it's a neat book for, I guess, somebody in, I say, our age group there, Marcus, Rodney Bell.
Thank you, Rodney Bell.
Rodney Bell, thanks so much.
Yeah, coming through.
Rodney Bell.
We appreciate that. We definitely put it back in the show. We do a lot of shipping and stuff, and we always give them some prizes away. Believe me, every Wednesday we give something away. All right, we got 30 entries. I'm going to go ahead and...
we might give a Neo away later.
Philip Koshat, welcome in. Leonard, JSK Enterprise, welcome in. All right, here we go. Let's see who wins it.
Good luck, everybody.
This is for the book.
Good luck.
I'll let DeMarco knows. Philip Koshat.
He just got in here, right?
Yeah. He just joined. He just put it in there, man.
He did.
You
win this book, Philip. I'll get with DeMarco. All right, this is for the sticker pack. Let's give this great sticker pack away. USA shipping only. And if you're outside the U.S., just let me know. I'll ship it to one of your buddies here.
There you go.
Brian, Waypoint, New England.
You got to send it all the way up to New England, Johnny.
We'll send it up there, and no big deal.
Is that in the U.S.?
We'll absolutely.
Well, that's debatable.
We'll get it to. I think Brian won something not too long ago. Yeah, Bob Casey. Of course, it's rigged.
We just joke. New England, they're one of the first. They're the old timers. That's the real U.S.
Yeah,
most of them are part of the original 13.
I'm about to say they're
what
saying
about New Mexico?
Pardon?
What about New Mexico?
They weren't part of the original 13.
No.
Congratulations, Philip. Yeah, Philip just got in here, but we'll get it to you. Well, guys, it's been an hour, and it looks like my lights they blinked a couple times, so I think we made it tonight. But I want to thank y'all so much. Ron, it's a pleasure to always be. I know sometimes you ask me to be on DroneNation. I love it, and it's a great show.
Yeah, I mean, Johnny, you're as much as part of DroneNation as long as anybody.
Well, you know what? I appreciate that.
Johnny's a big part. Johnny and Ray's not here today, but Ray and Johnny are big parts of DroneNation. They help out. They come on. They're guests, they're hosts, or whatever. They're a big part of the DroneNation family.
Listen, y'all has helped my show out at different times, and Marcus filled in a couple times to different things, and I appreciate it. And that's what we're all here for, the help. And so. Marcus, I'll give you the floor. Marcus, there, buddy. What you got?
I actually talked about this a little bit yesterday, and I think it's the time of the year. It's starting to cool off here. We're getting decent weather. You can get out and fly, so do it. Don't wait for that little Neo drone. Get your drone you got and go out and do some flying because it's great weather for it.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah,
Marcus, I think I had 4 flights today.
Good.
And I know Marcus always says it's time to fly in spring, but unfortunately for me, springs are windiest season.
Windy, yeah.
So, but fall is our best season because not only the temperature is mild, but the wind stays pretty mild until like December. So,
Ron, you'll have to attach that Action 4 on top of that little Neo to hold it down, give it a little weight. You mean
the Action 5 that's coming out?
Well, yeah, Action 5. There you go.
Yeah, you guys forgot the Action 5. It's probably here any day now.
All right, guys, I want to thank y'all again. And, hey, get out there and fly when you can. I hope maybe tomorrow, when the storm passes through tonight, the weather will be better. And I would definitely, I fly almost every day at some point. I mean, it might only be
Johnny, let's hope you don't have to fly the survey the hurricane damage.
No, you know what? I think we're going to be – it looks like we got some pretty rough weather right this second. But I think we're going to be okay. I mean, we've been through this before, and –
John, too many of our drone pods have had to fly the surveyed trees and stuff.
Yeah, I see Scott over in Tallahassee. They're staging in Tallahassee, I guess, to come this way. So we'll be seeing those trucks.
Hey, Johnny, before we sign off, I see DeMarco is in the chat. DeMarco, I just want you to know that Johnny spun that wheel about 20 times. So there's about 20 of those books going out. We want to thank you so much for
and I mean you only have to send it to England, UK, and Spain. I mean,
well, at least that book will be a bestseller then with all these sales.
Yeah, thank you, DeMarco. That really helps out the Fly for Fun show. And,
yeah, absolutely.
We all appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I want to thank everybody. Have a great night.
Good night, folks. Thanks for tuning in.